says, oh, no, don't give it back to the taxpayer. I want to spend it on certain things, so because I'm chosen to do this. I mean, it's a day of war. This is awesome that I can do this. It's pretty awesome when you consider that I'm a schmuck who knows nothing. I got so far, and when you think about it, that I can go so far as to steal money from the taxpayers that it's supposed to get back and nothing happens. It's pretty awesome. It shows you we're living in the days of war.
This is the Savage Nation. Be here.
Armstrong and Getty.
They're not bullies with a microphone.
Weekday morning, 6 to 10. Talk 910 KNEW.
Oh, life could be a dream if I could take you up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello again. Shaboom, and hoping we'll meet again. Oh, life.
It is the Savage Nation.
If only all my friends
Many very important. There are a lot of important stories. You don't care, though. The important thing is that you're going to feast on hot dogs and watch Michael Jackson over the weekend. You really don't care about a U.S. soldier captured in Iraq or Barney Frank wanting to steal money from taxpayers for pet projects for Acorn, or North Korea firing 4 missiles and Obama does nothing. The U.S. Navy was told, once again, stand down, do nothing. You know, why should you know any of that? It'll only make you unhappy. And an unhappy citizen is an unproductive citizen. A happy citizen is a productive citizen. If you read 1984, you recognize that we're living in 1984 and beyond. Obama is the supremely perfect leader, and only happy citizens should be permitted in the new America under Chairman Obama. Well, first of all, you have to analyze that problems in society are only caused by unhappy people, and therefore unhappy people need to be rooted out by a just government. A just government seeks out unhappy individuals and tries at first in a nice way to convince them that the supreme ruler is their big daddy, and that the big daddy wants nothing but good for them. Now, if the citizen is still not happy, it means the citizen is either a criminal or mentally deranged. If the citizen who is unhappy, therefore, and refuses to acknowledge the all-perfect knowledge and goodness of the chairman, refuses to mend his ways, the state has only one or two choices. He could either have the citizen arrested as a criminal or have the citizen put into a mental hospital and given antipsychotic drugs, because that's what was done in the ex-Soviet Union, and that's how they maintained order. And now, of course, that led to the falling down of the wall because Reagan came along and he disturbed the social order of the ex-Soviet Union. I mean, it was a perfectly happy state. The medical care was a disaster, but everyone had it. The important thing was not that the medical care was any good in the ex-Soviet Union. The important thing was that everyone had medical care, even though it was worthless. And that's what the perfect one is trying to do in America, is give you everyone should have medical care, but none of it should be of any value whatsoever. The doctor should not even be able to read a chart. The important thing is that you have someone comes in with a stethoscope who mumbles perhaps in Urdu and looks at a chart on the wall, and you feel better knowing that it's a doctor approved by the chosen one. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about or not, or am I talking to myself? San Francisco, Danny, welcome to the Savage Nation.
Hey, Savage, look, I just want to say real quick, I really look up to you. I always wanted to tell you that, talk to you, and I honestly lionize you, Mike. I could care less about Hollywood goons like Michael Jackson, who's been a nut job ever since Chinese food been greasy.
Danny, do you live in San Francisco, per se?
Very close. I live up the freeway in Roanoke Park, Sonoma County.
Well, the reason I say it is that you better be careful that the government doesn't arrest you for not being happy with Obama as your supreme leader. You might be a radical who's unhappy with him because you're mentally deranged or an enemy of the state. You got to understand that you live in a perfect state now. Everything is perfect. Barbara Boxer is perfect. Your own congresswoman is a genius. Isn't she a great woman, your local congresswoman?
Oh, yeah, I know they'd rather have tie-dye instead of camouflage on the tanks, but it ain't happening.
There you go. That's right, and flowers coming out of the barrel of a tank. And, of course, they would also like to remove the propellers from the U.S. naval ships and permanently moor them as floating birthing clinics for illegal immigrants.
And let's remove the World War II cemeteries and put strip clubs and those type of...
You know, you have a very good point. That's a waste of space. All of those World War II veteran cemeteries, after all, their wives are dead. They've been gone a long time. They died 60, 70 years ago. I think perhaps they should be paved over and be turned into just something useful to the new state, the New World Order.
Hey, Mike, my grandma passed away. You remind me very much of her. She grew up in the Depression times in San Francisco. And
so she knew what was going on, in other words. She didn't grow up with rose-colored glasses dancing to Michael Jackson.
She taught me about World War II, about the Depression, about being frugal.
Frugal. Being frugal is unto itself being an enemy of the state, Danny, because you got to understand something. Frugality, while once a virtue, under the Obama administration is actually a state crime. Because if you save money, really you're stealing it from Barney Frank. You shouldn't be saving money and putting it in banks. You should be putting it out there and buying things so he can steal it from you in terms of giving loans to other bankers like Goldman Sachs. Because then you'll be a good citizen. I would suspect anybody who has a bank account larger than $1,000 should be investigated by the FBI. Because I think that indicates unto itself a sort of antisocial attitude. Thanks, Danny. Appreciate it. I didn't intend to be sarcastic today, but I guess that's the way it works. British didn't consult the United States on Michael Savage exclusion. I don't believe a word of it. Why did it come out yesterday? Why did the British government acknowledge that they did not discuss me, but they have since discussed me? Answer, because it's a giant cover-up being conducted by the Obama administration. They told the stooges in Britain who are out of business anyway, you may as well say this. You think that Helen Thomas will cover this one day?
Savage. The Savage Nation.
Takes the news and tears it apart and puts it back together in a way that I can understand it.
Talk 910 KNEW.
Well, beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me. My lover
doing some emails during the break. Emailing back and forth to Helen Thomas. Yeah, right. All right, here we are. See, what was I talking about? Oh, yes. Even aging leftist Helen Thomas thinks Obama's control of the media is worse than Nixon. She actually stood up to the spokesmouth for Obama, the schmuck Robert Gibbs, and he tried to sneer at her. Why does he sneer? Why does Obama sneer with that curled lip? You find Obama's attitude arrogant? With that face up in the air looking down at everybody with that curled lip, him and that Gibbs? One of these days, Alice, one of these days, U.S. soldier captured in Iraq, media ignores it. Barney Frank wants to take the TARP money that was supposed to be returned to the taxpayer and spend it by giving it to Acorn on housing projects. Isn't that amazing? North Korea fires 4 missiles. You didn't read about it. All you read about was Michael Jackson's hips. So, therefore, that's the whole story. Play Johnny, whatever his name is. What's his name? Bobby Darin? Play it again. Don't play it. It was a moment. It passed. If it wasn't exactly when I thought of it, it's no good. I thought of it and it ended. I'm going away tomorrow. I'm also going to go away like a lemming, like everyone else. It's July 4th. I got to be away. I figure if the people in the media, everyone's gone somewhere, I should go somewhere too. Although when I get there, I don't know why I got there. I have no idea why I went there. The pillow's no good. The bed's no good. The house is no good. The food is no good. The air is no good. The temperature's no good. The neighbors are worse than the neighbors I left behind. I mean, this is unbelievable. There's no point in traveling. But I'll go anyway. Why? Because it's July 4th and I'm supposed to go somewhere. So I'm going to go somewhere to Area 50. What area am I going to? Area 54? What's the one in the desert that they have? Area 52? That's 51, Area 51, the secret area. My other studio out of the Bay Area is Area 52. Oh, Area 53 is in a secret location across America, another part of the nation. I'm going to be moving around, or I may not go anywhere. See, that way, if you have many studios, not only do you not know where you're going to be at any one time, but your wonderful stalkers won't know where you're going to be at any one time. That's all. I got an itch job last night in a Chinese restaurant. Okay, I know it's becoming like a gag line already. After spending about 10 minutes talking about how bad food is becoming in Asian restaurants, how they're cheating me, and you confirmed even in Kansas they're doing it, I go to a place she knows me. I didn't want to go over the bridge, where the sauce is very good, a Hunan place, Hakka cuisine, which I love the green sauce. It's kept me alive all these years. It's a chili sauce that's astounding. I don't know how they make it. I really should bottle that stuff. It's so good. I didn't want to go over the bridge. So I went to a place in Marin. How you doing? And they look you in the eye. I don't get it. Like your best friend. And you say, no sugar, no this, no spice. I took one bite of one dish. My scalp and to my toes and my scalp were itching till 5 in the morning. Like I had St. Vitus dance in bed. I don't understand it. Then the house I'm staying in used to be a quiet block. And some white trash moved in up the street with some teenagers with loud cars. And they have idiot white liberal friends. All they do all night is drive up and down the street. Up and down till 3 in the morning. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, if they're smoking dope, you would think it would sedate them. Every 20 minutes, the car up and down and up, broken mufflers, like a golf cart car one of them has, some schmuck. And I keep saying to myself, why is there no war? Why can't they go off to war? Why is there no Flanders Field, I say to myself? Why? Why do they have so much free time on their hands, I say to myself? This is what goes on in my head in the middle of the night. What can I tell you?